Rolling.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, Jesus Christ. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 52 of the Fact Cast. As always, I am Matt Miller. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Before we get to all of that, we have a nice panel of delicious hosts. We have Greg Lloyd. Greg, tell us what FACT stands for.
FACT stands for Frequent Answers and Questions.
That's what it's always stood for. We have the man who has an opinion of an average person, Nick O'Gean.
Thanks for having me here, Matt. It's an honor to be here.
It's a goddamn honor to have you on the show. We have Zachary Barberin.
Just Zachary Barberin, folks. Hello.
Mr. Zachary Barber himself. We also have Colorado's favorite dirtbag, Nick.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, Nick. Thank you for being the only person to ask me that question.
You're welcome.
And all today. Came into work. Someone looked at me. And they were like, frequent answers and questions. And I was like, I don't know why you would say that. It's not a normal thing you would say. Tonight, we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to introduce futurology with our brand new introduction. Zach, if you need to move that mic, you can move it.
It's moved.
Nice. Zach is the host of Futurology, if you guys didn't know. Zach is very excited to have this new role. We'll see if he can make it more than 5 episodes before he goes insane.
Is this in the same time slot as Victor's Sports Box?
It is, because we don't like Victor. I was going to say the F-bomb, but I didn't.
I like Victor.
Way to show constraint.
We like to keep a G rating.
Yeah, we like that. We do. Actually, no, we're rated like unrated. The most
Explicit?
the least rated you can be on iTunes. We're going to talk about the
Rated R
2016.
for racist.
Not true. Not true.
Rated R for rapists.
2016 is almost over, boys. We're going to talk about
What a year.
all right, for everything's about 2016. We're going to have 2 topics today, and that's going to be the moment of the year and the person of the year.
Nick O'Gean.
Nick O'Gean, no, for nothing. We're going to talk about the Christmas presents that you buy a lady friend. Before we get to all that, we have the soapbox. Nick, do you have any idea what we're talking about today? Can you take a guess?
When your girlfriend uses all the toilet paper.
We're talking about shaving your pubes, but I hate that one. You guys ready to get into this? No, I was saying I hate it when your girlfriend takes all the toilet paper, not when your girlfriend shaves all of her pubes.
I don't know. Some people like the jungle, man.
So I thought I could, I saw an article, and it was about the risks of grooming your pubic hair. I thought I could read this real quick, and then we could get into the discussion of if you need to shave your pubes. Nick, you can go for it.
No risk it, no biscuit.
Taken from time.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, he actually uses a straight razor for his pubes. That's what he's talking about.
But tink. Grooming may be linked to a higher risk of STIs. We're not talking about little race cars that our friends used to have. WRXs. Subaru. Still have them. Most Americans have at one point or another removed some hair from down there. That's a good rhyme. But new research suggests that grooming practices to your pubic regions has an increased risk of STIs or sexually transmitted infections. Greg, what's a sexually transmitted infection?
It's the same thing as an STD, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a special new acronym for it.
I don't know anything about STIs to be able to argue that.
I'm going to guess that one's an infection, one's a disease, but I don't know. I mean, I think they're probably not. They're probably different, I'm guessing. But I didn't know. I was wondering. I was like, STI? I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I assume
STD pretty much.
So, in this article, did they say why they have reason to believe that shaving your pubes?
Oh yeah, they go into it.
Okay. Would you care to explain?
Well, I can assume that you get a bunch of little micro abrasions on your skin, makes it easier for bacteria and shit to get in there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Greg on that one. I think that's probably right. It's
Yeah.
probably some kind of like, because once that gets infected, then it's just bad bacteria that's getting shared when you're bumping uglies.
So I'll finish the bulk of this. They actually don't go into the reason why, but I assume it's because you're like taking the little guys off and
You
moving
don't
them
enjoy
to
bumping
different parts.
uglies, huh?
I don't enjoy that expression. Sorry for the sidebar, Matt. Please.
No, that was a good
continue.
sidebar. It seemed like it was an intellectual conversation. Groomers tend to be younger, more sexually active, and have more sexual partners than non-groomers. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, no, I guess that makes sense because you just have a guy with just a fat jungle of... They also are more likely to report having an STI in their life, including herpes, HPV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, or HIV.
You know, that's the other thing. It probably just makes it easier for that transfer because you don't have like an insulating buffer with your hair. So that probably is another reason why.
Jesus, how much hair do you have?
Just saying, hair in general is probably, I don't know this for sure, but hair is probably meant to be an insulator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would guess. I mean, fur.
I'm saying, I've said twice, so I can't go back on it, Nick. So at this point, I'm in full agreement with Zach.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay, last point that they say here is that the results don't necessarily imply that shaving, waxing, or trimming will increase a person's chances of getting an STI. Made by Subaru WRX. This kind of cross-sectional study is just a snapshot in time, making it impossible to determine the cause and effect, or even tell. Thanks, Time Magazine.
I'm gonna guess that like I think you said a minute ago, the people who do trim are getting laid more, so there's a higher chance right there.
Correlation, causation type thing right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking originally before we started diving into it.
Ooh, diving into it.
Muff diving.
So
Please,
the next.
Please don't say that term.
I'm sorry.
Is that a term?
Yes, that's a
Muff
term.
tie? It's called muff diving?
Yes.
Yeah, Matt, come on now.
No, I've never heard of. I know what a muff is. Yeah, it's like they're. Why's it called a muff?
It's like short for muffin.
Why is it called a muffin?
Short for muffler.
Is that why?
Because women like referring to their vagina as something sweet, like their cookie or something like that.
Is that why some girls call their farts fanny puffs?
Yes.
Why is it also called taco then, Nick?
Because guys made that one up. Okay, so no, what I was going to ask next, where we're naturally going with this, of course, is have you / when was the first time you shaved your nether regions? And I can go first, if you guys want me to.
Do it.
So it was
I
one
don't wanna
time.
be part of this conversation at all.
It was one time. That means people who don't want to talk are the ones who don't shave your pubes, but that's fine because that means you don't have STIs driving around in your pants.
That doesn't. No, that's not how that works. But go ahead.
So it was middle school. I went to Y Camp, and I met this
Y?
one. Yeah, YMCA, Young Christian Men's Association. Association. Yeah, the most Christian you can get. Anyway, so I got this girl's phone number, and of course we weren't able to go on any dates because I don't know where she lived in Arizona. I'm gonna guess like Colorado.
Winslow.
Yeah, Winslow, somewhere stupid. I'm just kidding. Everyone from Winslow, I'm sure you have a great time out there. And naturally, there's only so many things you can ask someone else that was in 7th grade until you start getting into like talking about your dick and stuff. And then the question I asked her, we did like questions back before, it was like truth or dare or something. But you can't do dare when you're on the phone, obviously, unless if it's like stick a finger up your butt. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But I asked her, do you have hair down there?
It sounds like you guys on the phone got to dare, and then she said, will you stick a finger up your butt? That's where it sounds like.
All right, well, I'm just making up stories that are stupid. Okay, so she asked me, so I asked her that question, and she says no, and she's like, do you? And I'm like, no. So then it's her turn. She's like, dare you to shave your penis. And I was like, all right, I dare you to do the same thing.
How do you shave your penis, by the way?
What?
How do you shave your penis, by the way?
Okay, my balls, let's say, okay? Didn't have as much hair on this. So we both went into the bathroom and then came back a few minutes later in immense pain and talked about how it wasn't worth it, blah, blah. We went to bed that night. I used a razor. I used like a shitload of like shaving cream and stuff. And then next morning, like, there's the worst razor burn you can like possibly imagine. And I'm like, oh my God, did I break something? Like, it's like, why is this going on? That razor burn went on for like a good solid 2 weeks. And like I had to like wear like silk boxers I bought from the store a couple times because it wasn't as much as cotton. It didn't hurt. There you go. Boys.
I can't top that.
That sounds like a intense story.
It was a story.
I'm not a routine manscaper. I'm more of a scissors. I don't really like to shave because I fucking hate the itch. I even get the itch when you use scissors. Like it sucks. I mean, it's just a pain in the ass. So I'd be interested to hear about methods or whatever you want to say. But I'm more of just a scissors guy. It makes it easy. You got to trim a little bit. I mean, that's
a given.
Yeah, let's be reasonable here. But yeah, I don't like to get a razor or anything anywhere near that.
Zach, I think
region.
the key is you've got to just get a little bit cup of Nair and just gently.
Just dip it.
Yeah,
just teabag it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because actually, like my first experience. Well, I mean, other than being when I was like a fucking teenager, I remember like trying to shave my pubes all the time. Not that I remember having much to shave, but I remember doing that a lot. But the thing that I think is far more important is the problem of ass hairs. As a grown ass man.
I don't have a lot of them, so I'm
even
blessed.
like my senior year of high school, I literally used Epill Stop on my ass
I don't know what that
What is Apple Stop?
It's pretty much the same as like Nair. You know, it's like a cream or something.
What's an
you put
apple?
on.
Continue. I'm
So,
sorry.
Greg, sorry to interrupt, but Nair is like a chemical that you like rub on. Girls do it on their legs and stuff. That you basically like just leave it sit on your legs for a few minutes. I'm not entirely sure the time frame, and then it like basically chemically breaks down the hair, so you can basically just wipe it away with like a cloth or something.
Yeah, Apple Stop was like the same idea. It was like a fucking as seen on TV kind of product.
It just
But I remember
burns.
I'm using it on my asshole, you know, to get rid of the fucking asshole hairs.
I can safely say
I did it once in my life, and it was just like a stupid teenager mistake because that was the worst thing ever. Like ass hair is really annoying, but you're better off with it than you are without it, because if you're without it, it's kind of like your ass cheeks are at war. You know, when it's growing back, and you could just get like the itchiest possible asshole that you could get.
Oh damn!
So I don't recommend it. So that was kind of like that. I don't think that was my first experience with anything like that, but that was definitely like a. It was definitely a.
It definitely was one.
That was a memorable. Like, damn, that was a mistake. Like mistakes were made.
Well, I remember some kid telling me that like he accidentally. I think he said he accidentally, but it makes no sense now. But it was one of our friends in college who we don't really talk too much anymore. He was talking about how he used Nair, and it was like the greatest thing in the world that day. And the next day he woke up and he said he couldn't move all day because of like the massive amount of like ingrown hairs that were occurring around his butt cheeks.
All right,
So maybe everyone's different.
I can't say
a story that's not a story, but it is a story. But first off, let me start by saying this conversation makes me extremely uncomfortable, and I don't enjoy this conversation right now. But anyway, about 3 or 4 years ago, I had to go into surgery on my abdomen, and then they had to put me out for anesthesia. And when
Anastasia, I've seen that movie.
I love Anastasia.
What is
They
it called?
popped that on, and then Nick was just like,
Yeah, that's a good movie, dude.
Anesthesia? Is that what it's called?
yeah, anesthesia.
Anesthesia.
Yeah.
Yep,
Anyway,
not Anastasia.
so they knocked me the fuck out, and when I came to, I was just clean as a whistle down there. Apparently, they had to do some shaving while I was gone, and I've never felt so violated in my life.
Did they do a good job?
Wait, why'd they have to shave all? Wait, where was the injury? It was like close to your.
It was here, but they had to they couldn't have any hair like I was shaved like down to like my middle thigh.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Well, they had to do
Probably
a lot
like
of
a
explore-
contaminant or
yeah,
something
They had
like
to
that.
do like a
STIs.
lot of exploratory like mini procedures and stuff to figure out what was going on. But anyway, so I woke up. I was clean as the day I came out of my mother's. You know where, not the closet.
So was it like a fashionable haircut type thing, or was it just like a sloppy, just like here we gotta just clear out this?
It was kind of sloppy. I mean,
I'd be pissed too.
It was done. I didn't have any like ingrown hairs or anything, but it's one of those things where I just felt hella violated.
I wonder what they used.
I don't know. I
Probably
could
a
just
duck.
I just
Went
want
out
to
one
say.
by one. I don't know.
I just want to say I had a gay friend from high school who like he got into like the medical field like after high school, and I remember him. He would always comment on like having to fucking like see dicks and stuff like that. So like yeah, there was probably some like I'm sure the female nurses as well. They probably kind of get off on that kind of shit. So I could understand feeling.
We don't
violated.
think all of you get off on that shit. I would just assume like
Not
one
all
or
of
two.
you, but not all of you. But you know, some of you fucking people in the medical field. There's some freaky ass people in the medical field for sure.
They're like, look, honey, someone's on the phone. That's some crazy nurse using a dick as a phone.
Well, I don't have too much to add to this conversation. I've definitely tried it out before, but not a fan.
I'm not a fan
Painful
either.
like
I go with
myself.
the trimming method. Just keep it
No,
kind of neat.
honestly, I think there's got to be. I think it's a good thing to do. I just wish there was a easier way to like make sure it goes smoothly. Because if it doesn't go bad, like you're fucking itching all week, and it's not fucking worth it. I hate that shit.
I don't like. We were born with hair, and we're gonna have some hair. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, interesting. So, what do you think about women with hair under their armpits?
And what about hairy legs too? Hairy legs on women.
Oh no, look, that's fine. Hair on legs doesn't bother me at all, but like being around women who haven't shaved their armpits like is the weirdest thing. Like
I'm
you're just
not
like, oh god, like
No.
raise their hand or something. You're just like, oh shit.
I don't think I've ever had to deal with that. But
Do you remember that?
Oh,
one
no,
girl
there's-
in middle school had armpit
Honestly, I just want to say this to our audience. I really don't care about armpit hair. Really, it's just like one of those weird things that's hard to get over. But like, really, conceptually,
I don't like it.
if there's a girl that doesn't want to fucking shave her armpits, like, who cares? That's fine, not a big deal. But I mean, if I were choosing to date someone, I mean, I'm married and my wife shaves her armpits, thankfully. But
Most women shave their
if
armpits.
she decided she didn't want to, like, I would have to get used to it.
Kick it to the curb.
Like, I would get used to it. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna divorce my wife because she won't shave her armpits. I'd get used to it. But
I don't think there's a judge in the world that wouldn't give you their side.
All right. You guys have anything else to say about shaving?
No,
Listen,
can we please talk about
Wait,
Your
nipple
Honor,
bean.
Your Honor, she didn't shave her fucking armpits.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
refuses
case
to.
closed.
All
All right. New topic.
Zachary
New topic?
Marvin, you get everything.
right.
Except for the razor.
We'll be right back after these commercials.